welcome back to the channel. It's me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch. You already know that. Because we spent all of yesterday together at Ren Fair. I'm very, very tired today. I got so tired in the middle of Ren Fair. I really think it's a mixture of just like when you're on vacation. We're on vacation. Today's our last day of vacation. And it really takes you a while to like acclimate to like not having to do things you do on the daily. And then it was tons of walking. We had done a lot of stuff the days before. And then also I'm not taking my vitamins the way that I should be. So I feel like my vitamin D is low again. So I'm tired. Okay, point is, I am drinking. I called myself wanting to be healthy. So I was like, ooh, everybody likes beets. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about pressing, juicing and whatnot. I've seen this steel presser that's popular right now. And I was like, okay, before I do all that, let me see if I even like beet juice. I don't think I've ever tried beets in any form. So I called myself buying some beet juice. It smells like, okay, you know when you buy a bunch of lettuce, like in a container, like a plastic container, and it gets a little condensation on it, there's a little bit of Werther's sloshing around, and it starts to it's wilting and it's about time to throw away. That brown juice that gathers at the bottom of the lettuce thing, that's what beet juice smells like. Like it smells very earthy, very dirty, very root vegetable. Okay, definitely giving root vegetable. But I feel like your nose informs you that it's gonna taste worse because of the way that it smells, but it really smells worse than it tastes. But I still don't want more. Okay, so I have jerry-rigged a adult beverage, and it's not an adult beverage at all. What I mean is I am faking the funk, making myself think it is a fancy drink. Therefore, the yucky taste, I can be like, oh, well, it's an adult libation. It should taste gross. So this is just beet juice, lime juice, cranberry juice, and then I had like not even a quarter of a bottle of some tart cherry kombucha. That's what's in here. And then I threw in an olive, a garlic stuffed olive, to make it feel martini-like. I've never had a martini, but you know, they put olives in them. So basically I'm trying to fake the funk that it should taste a little sour, it should taste a little vinegary, it should taste a little fermented, so that the beet juice gets hidden. And I mean, she hidden, but she's still in there, okay? So I said I was gonna be healthy. I got this beet juice. But anyways, welcome to the video. You know it's me because I always gotta give you a long-winded intro about nothing. So my husband and my son are out enjoying the day, a little bit of nature. I am so tired. I did not want to go with them just to look at my husband with the please take me home eyes, I need a nap eyes. So I decided to stay home, and I'm just going to clean up and plan the makeups. Then I'm gonna lay down and just veg until tomorrow. And it kind of works because I technically get another day off per se, because I don't go to work until Tuesday night. So it's gonna be a good time. And then the weekend, it's Labor Day weekend coming up, so my husband actually has next Monday and Tuesday off again. So the weekends that I work, that Monday is so hard, so it's gonna be great having him off. But anyways, let's talk makeup. I am starting with my Juvia's Place I Am Magic Radiance Foundation, Natural Radiance Foundation. I used it right out of the bottle. It looks like it's a little bit light. I don't care for this texture on its own because it's quite dewy, but I want to pan it. She's almost empty, okay? So I think we can get maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 at the most more pumps out of this, or looks out of this, and then she might be decluttered or ready for the garbage. And then my concealer is going to be the Nikki K Super Coverage Concealer. And now I'm moving on to bronzer. I'm gonna use some cream products today. So I'm gonna start with my Juvia's Place bronzer in Cocoa. And I have to wash brushes. I used so many brushes doing my makeup for a Ren Fair yesterday. Excuse me. So part of today will be cleaning my brushes. So I'm just gonna pop this on. I really like this bronzer. I am really debating, especially now that it's at Ulta, I'm really debating on buying the Made by Mitchell Curve Case, the cream one. The only reason I didn't at first is because I don't typically use creams, and if I'm gonna spend money on something and shipping and weight and all that, I'm gonna buy things that I know I readily use. But now that it's at Ulta and I can get points for purchasing it, and it will come in like 5 days instead of like 2 weeks. Like my last Beauty Bay order took almost 3.5 weeks to get to me, because for like a week it was just hanging out at the distribution place, just sitting there doing nothing. And it already took like a week to actually get there and get through customs and all that stuff. Maybe not a week. It took a long time. This was the longest I've waited for a Beauty Bay package. Usually, I swear, it's across the pond, but usually I get my stuff from Beauty Bay in maybe a week, like a full 7 days. So this time it took almost 3 weeks. So if I'm gonna wait that long and I'm paying shipping and all that stuff, I'm gonna use my money on something that I know I really like. But now that I can get the Curve Case from Ulta, you know, I might go ahead. And plus, I literally want to have one of every single product from Made by Mitchell. I love his brand so much. I just love it. So, yeah. But I wanted to use some cream products today. And I feel like this bronzer is a really good one to use with this particular shade of the foundation, because it is just a little bit light, which is why I'm putting it on the bottom of my face. I don't use my contour to actually chisel anything. I'm just using it to make a perimeter that's a bit deeper than the rest of my face. And then for the blush, I can't help myself. It is so new to my collection, but I already am calling it a holy grail, #1 fave when it comes to my liquid blushes, and it is the Made by Mitchell Mango Daiquiri shade. This is just the most beautiful yellow orange look on my skin. I love it so much. It is so hard to go overboard with on brown skin because orange is inside of brown, and it just blends so beautifully on brown skin. It is very gentle. I can put more and more and more on, and it just never looks crazy. I absolutely love it. Like, look, you can't even really see it. So I absolutely love this shade. And when I saw it in the mystery bag, and then I saw that it's also in the pressed curve case, I was like, oh, what a win. What a win. So yeah, it says quickly become my favorite cheek. It is so natural. It's so beautiful. It has taken place of which one? There's like a terracotta one. Hold on. My favorite liquid blush from Juvia's Place is Coral Rose. Gives a very similar feel as the Mango Daiquiri, just a little bit more terracotta, whereas this one is very much orangey yellow. So I really, really love this. Now, the one cream product that I have from Made by Mitchell that I just don't understand how to use is the Comet Case. I picked this up when it was on sale. So I don't know when I'm supposed to use this. This is a cream, like highlighter type of product. I just don't know when I use this if I have to still set everything. As you see, I do have to. So I just don't know when I'm supposed to use this. And so I just keep not using it. And we're not gonna change that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my powders. Setting the under eyes with my Warm Saffron. I've decided I'm going to do, after this, I'm going to do a Caboodle Beauty, which is just going to be like my monthly rotation of things that I want to use regardless of what else I'm doing. And we're going to put this in here because she's almost empty and I love this powder so much. I'm going to set the center of the face and the perimeter of the face with the Juvia's Place I Am Magic pressed powder and the Sephora Micro Smooth for the perimeter of my face, and then I'll come back to you and we will set our blush, contour, and highlight. All right, so I have set my face with the powders. We're gonna move in. I'm gonna bring out a tried and true love of mine, Miss Morphe 8D Deep Glam, and we're gonna use these powders for our bronzer. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one here to bronze up the face, or to set our cream bronzer. Now I'm using a more red bronzer to set because the cocoa shade from Juvia's Place is actually quite cool. So it's more contour but I'm using a bronzer on top. Okay. And I'm still seeing a little bit of the dew from the foundation through my powders, which is nice. So we are gonna have to set right over here. As you see, it's a little bit gooey. You know, I don't like that. So let's take care of that right now. I'm gonna use my HD powder from NYX, who I love. I love this little thing for this particular need. I love using it to just set something that feels a little bit too juicy, okay? She gets it right, okay. So now let's go ahead and set our blush. We're going to just use the main by Metro. I can't help it. I likes what I likes and I likes it. All right, I'm just going straight in with Mango Daiquiri, putting her on, setting it down, turning it up, doing it. I need this blush in a compact, this one by itself. I'm gonna pan this baby so quick. It's gonna be so sad. I'm gonna have to buy another one just, just to have this color. Because look at that, do you see how much I'm piling on? And it just sits. It just sits on my skin beautifully, blends into everything. It looks so harmonious. It just gives me the most gentle flush. And just right over the bridge of the nose. I love it. This is why I think I also need a yellow blush. So I've been looking at that Ellis blush trio from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. It's on sale right now for like 16 bucks. I've been eyeballing that for months, but I'm really trying not to buy anything. I've been eyeing, but not buying because I don't need any of the things. I have so much makeup. Which is why I'm like, it's time for a Caboodle Beauty, which is basically just like the stuff I want to use for the month. What do we call it? I guess your shop, your stash? I don't know, whatever. Oh, it's so dirty. That's the problem. There's so much dirt. You taste the dirt. You taste the earth from whence the beets came. And they brought the earth with them to be put in your drinks. How do cooked beets taste? I don't think I want to know. Anyways, so highlight. Let's highlight the face with, you know what? I took this, let's take out another love of mine, Miss Tres Leche. I have not used Miss Tres Leche in a minute and a half, okay? So we're gonna use her. And I think we're gonna use Miss Daydream, okay? I'm gonna use Miss Tres Leche in a moment. I was actually looking at the eyeshadow palette. I just looked at all my eyeshadow palettes today. I like to do that every once in a while when I'm like thinking, oh, I need to buy something. And it's like, do you though? Because what you gonna do with all this? What you gonna do with all these palettes over here just sitting here looking at you like, she don't see us? She don't wanna use us? What's she buy us for? Yes, I understand palettes. I understand. It is a problem. I do have an addiction to new, shiny, beautiful makeups. I can't help that. I'm restless. I can't help it. Anyways, that is the face. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the brows, okay? But let's move on to the lips, okay? Usually, I do like to give you a whole, like at least do the brows, and then I leave the eyes, we do the lips. But I've been having the hardest time finding new lips. Now that Sheba has been depotted, or thrown away because I finished it. And I do have a new Sheba open. I thought I did. Where you at, girl? I just look at this bullet. Okay, I can't reach that far. And this is just the most satisfying. It is. Guess, where's the camera? A fresh, oh my God, a fresh Sheba. Look at this bullet. Let me put it on my face so you can see it. Look at this bullet. Focus on the lipstick. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. How do they do this? Oh. But since I have finished an entire tube, now I don't know what to do. I don't know what lips to do. I don't know how to get something different than I'm always doing. I think the next shade within the Earth collection that I'm probably going to go ham on is Morocco, because she's like a really beautiful mauvey pinky nude. So I'm tempted to use her, but I still really, really love my super light lips. I really do. I would like to finish my self-love. She could probably be done by the end of September. So she's definitely going to go into my Caboodle Beauty. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Uma Beauty lip liner I have in Simone, and then Sheba, or I'm sorry, Self-Love. So I was just randomly on YouTube, as one does, and I was watching, I can't remember the lady's name, but I was watching another dark-skinned YouTuber, and she was giving an update on Share and See of Uma Beauty. And I've been wondering why the Uma Beauty products went on sale and clearance and whatnot. And I was wondering if like the brand was going out of business or whatnot. The owner died. Now I don't know if she died last year or something, but yeah, she passed away. And I was like, oh, that really sucks. Feels like a stupid thing to say when someone passes away, but now I know why I'm not getting that foundation anymore. All right. That. I'm gonna do Self-Love. I feel like this is gonna be too light. You know what, actually, I'm also still panning this little nub, and there's actually a lot of probably Sheba on top of her. Let me just clean this off so we can get the peachiness in Miss Peach, please. There we go. A little nub, a little love nub. Sounds gross. What a good color. All right. I likes. And I don't really think we need a gloss on top of this. That is quite shiny. So we're gonna leave it like that, guys. I'm just gonna go off camera. I'm gonna just zhuzh up my hair a little bit, and maybe I was thinking about doing like an ombre blue brow. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring you the finished look. Do you want to see the brow? Maybe you want to see the brow. Let's do it. I don't know, guys. I'm just really all over the place today. I don't know what I want to do. I'm just in limbo. So I was thinking of doing like black brow and then a faux like scar and then blue, or like a divot, or maybe just I don't know, maybe I just make like a whatever. Let me just shut up. I am struggling. Let me just shut up and put on a brow, but I know I want to do blue, so get some brushes. Like I said, I dirtied up so many brushes yesterday doing my makeup. And I bought a bustle, I guess it's called. Well, actually, I'm not sure what it's called, but I bought a piece to start my Renaissance outfits. It was $354. It was a lot, okay? It's the first time I've ever bought something, and I will not be buying any more pieces. I feel like I just needed like a one big piece, and then I can work around that. I already have a dress. I tried it on this morning. I have a dress that will work really well with it. So now it's just about buying tiny little accessories. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brow. These products from Fav Mitchell are just so much fun. So what I like to do is today we're gonna use the Mini Pro. This is the primary one. I'm gonna use this really beautiful deep blue. And what I like to do is I just start making my lines, and then I can just go back with a spoolie or just this brush, and it will coat all the hairs, so you won't like see black hairs sticking out of this product. Now the only color within this little trio that I had an issue with is the red when it comes to putting it in my brows, but the yellow when it comes to putting it on my eyes. I don't know why. So, and I think I'm also gonna try a different shape for my brows today. I think I'm gonna do kind of straight brows. And I lied, I think I'm gonna just make the whole brow blue, so I can attempt this more straight brow. The only bad part is with my skin tone and my foundation. This mixes with it a little bit and gives you a little bit of green. Not entirely a problem, but just something to note. So yeah, I can just go back and forth like this, and it's gonna coat all my brow hairs. All right. I'm gonna do the other brow in a regular brow color, and I will come back to you. Maybe we'll change the lip. I don't know. Okay, so we're back. I just did a fully black brow, so I just stayed within this. Fully black brow and a fully blue brow. I will highlight them later when I do the eyeshadow, but that is the finished look for today. I'm really sorry if these are boring where I'm just like doing foundation and whatnot, because I understand that, like, as far as variation, maybe you're getting different brow colors, but blush and highlight is a bit difficult to see like differences in unless they're really, really drastic. But I'm just really loving this face. I feel like it's really natural, very simple, very gentle, but still gives me enough Jasmine like elements that I feel like I've sat and I've really played in the makeups. So thank you so much for tuning into my channel. It's been me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch. You already know that, because why wouldn't you? I will see you in the next video, which will be very soon. But until then, thanks for stopping by, and we will talk later. Bye.